Hi, okay, in this video I'll show you how to do some dimensioning and how to plot out a drawing. Previous videos I showed you how to just do measuring, but sometimes it's nice to be able to plot it out and give it to the guys. Okay, so first of all, as I explained in another video, that I never change a designer's drawing. So what I tend to do is use a thing called an XREF, so I'll quickly run through that again. So you go to, insert, and go to the X references. We'll attach, let's do the foundation, and we'll scale it, we'll make it in meters and drop it into the drawing. So we can zoom, enter, extents, enter, and there it is. That's because basically, as I said, I never want to actually change a designer's drawing. If I want to add things to it, I can do it in this drawing rather than change their drawing. Don't want any of these dimensions on, so I'll quickly run through layers. If you go back to home, it's possible to freeze layers that you don't want. So go to the layer panel here, and it's the little flat thing with a freeze little snowflake next to it, which means freeze. So we'll basically, if you click it, it just turns those layers off. So we'll turn off all these layers that we don't want. Let's clean the drawing up a little bit. Turn those off as well. And that, and that. There you go, just the foundations. And then enter to end it, or escape. Okay, so now we'll go to the annotate panel. And these are the dimensions. So we'll just do a normal linear dimension first of all, and we'll do the length of this wall here. So click dimension. So you want to go to the end point again. Once again, as I said in other videos, always make sure you got snap on, so you're not trying to guess the corner, you're actually snapping to the corner. Once again, hold down the shift button, press the right key on the mouse, and then you've got the different snap settings. We're on the end point, so let's come off that. So there you go, snap to the end, and we want the other end of the line, which is going to be here. And there you go, that's the dimension. And then the third click is going to be where you want to put it. I'm going to put it back there. Okay, as you see, scale's not very good. So the way to do that is up on the panel, this little button on the right, so dimension styles. So this is the current style. You can have different styles for different dimensions, but this is one we're currently using, so we just click modify to keep it very simple. Go to the fit tab, just keep it, we'll make it a little bit smaller, so we'll make that say 0.5, so half the size. Okay, close. Well, it's still not very good, is it? It's still a bit big, so we'll make it smaller again. So open that, modify, let's make it 0.25 or 0.2. Okay, close. That's a little bit better. And also notice as well that there's no 0 at the end, so go back to there's loads and loads of different sort of settings you can do, modify here. So for primary units, okay, unit linear dimensions, decimal correct, we want the precision to be 3, and we'll leave that okay, and close. So there you go, 8 meters 765, that's the dimension. So do it again, we can do a vertical one, 3.5. Once again, not quite right, so click this, go to modify. Okay, precision's correct. Okay, 0 suspicion. We'll get rid of the trailing. Let's press that, close that, and there you go. Let's put the zeros in again. That's getting a bit better. Another useful thing, you can do a linear dimension, say from there to there, and then you can just automatically do continuous ones. So click this button here. So you can see I can do the next one there, next one there, next one there, obviously not actually meaningful, but just showing you how to do running dimensions. Okay, another thing is obviously if you want to do, say for instance this wall here, we want to know the length of this, you can do click that and say to the corner there. Well, as you can see, it's on a linear, so it's always going to be horizontal or vertical. Well, that's not what we want, so escape that. This little drop down menu there will actually do an aligned dimension. So there, you click the end, and the end again, and there you go, this time it's actually aligned to where you want to do. So a useful thing. Okay, now you probably want to be able to plot that drawing out and take it out on the site, give it to the guys or whatever. So I'll show you how to do plotting. Now on the drawing you see you've got your layouts. So this is model space as I've explained before, but we'll go to paper space. This is what it's actually going to look like on the drawing. Well, this is called a viewport, this square here, which is what you're going to actually see. So if you see, if I move it up, it changes the viewport, but we'll bring that out so it fills the paper, the dotted line being the plottable area. Now if we double click inside this viewport, it actually opens up model space within paper space, but what it means is you can zoom around. So say we want to plot, where are you going to plot this section here? Okay, double click on paper space, brings you back out of it again. In fact, let's right click on layout and do page setup manager, which is actually outside your view because of the video, but on this list there's page setup manager, a few from the bottom. So click that and go, yep, the current layout, which is layout 1, we'll modify it and we'll put this into portrait, and then just OK and close. Obviously, see, it's put it into portrait, so we'll change the viewport so it's a bit more fitting. And now if I double click in there again, I can move it around, double click on the white, the paper space to switch it back off, and there you go. So now if I go to plot, which is the little plot symbol, or you can always go to the menu and go print, opens up the print dialog box. Now, so you go print a plotter, or let's print it to, I can need to print it just obviously to my printer, but you're not going to be able to see that, but what I'll do is I'll print to PDF, DWG to PDF. This one here, save it on paper, and then you can preview. So that's what it's going to look like. You can zoom in and out, right click, you can plot it straight from here if you want, you can exit, you can see what to plot. So if you didn't actually want to plot that, you want to plot a window, you could just plot that bit. You go preview again, there you go, so exit, or we want to plot the layout. So once again, make sure everything's okay, preview, right click, plot, that's where you want to save it, and there you go, it's opened it up as a PDF. Okay, that's simple plotting.